Strange things about Jennifer Garner and John Miller's relationship we can't ignore. When it comes to Hollywood love stories, Jennifer Garner and John Miller's romance is the kind that makes you scratch your head and wonder what's really going on behind the smiles. The pair, first linked in 2018, have mastered the art of keeping things under wraps. No flashy red carpet appearances, no PDA-filled Instagram posts, not even a single gushy interview moment. Instead, their love has existed mostly in whispers, quiet dinners, low-key trips out of town, and a deep commitment to staying out of the spotlight. But behind that polished, private image lies a relationship that's far more complicated than it looks. Between ex-husband Ben Affleck's constant presence, mismatched views on marriage, and a living situation that's anything but traditional, there's a lot about Garner and Miller's romance that simply doesn't add up. Despite their best efforts to stay private, the cracks in this picture-perfect romance have begun to show. Jennifer, America's sweetheart and the face of down-to-earth grace, seems to find herself balancing two worlds: her peaceful new love and her lingering, undeniably close bond with Ben Affleck. Sources have whispered that Miller isn't thrilled about how close those family ties remain. Imagine spending the holidays with your partner only to find her ex-husband sitting at the same table, year after year. Reports claim that Miller has felt like a third wheel during Garner's cozy family celebrations with Ben and their 3 children. What started as friendly co-parenting has apparently blurred into something that leaves Miller uncomfortable, and fans wondering if Garner has truly moved on from her past love. If you're enjoying this deep dive into Hollywood's most quietly complicated couple, make sure to hit subscribe and tap that notification bell, so you never miss another exclusive celebrity story like this one. We've got plenty more behind-the-scenes details that reveal just how unusual and fascinating Jennifer Garner and John Miller's relationship really is. Now, it's not just Ben Affleck's shadow looming over their love story. The couple has been through its own roller coaster of ups and downs. After 2 years together, Jennifer and John quietly called it quits in 2020. Insiders said the split came down to one simple thing: they wanted different futures. While Miller was reportedly ready to take things to the next level, Garner wasn't quite there yet. They parted amicably, though their differences were clear. But in true Hollywood fashion, love found its way back. By 2021, the pair had rekindled their romance, claiming they were stronger and more in sync than before. However, friends close to them admitted that their relationship had never been the easiest. Both were juggling families, careers, and emotional baggage from past relationships. And while that kind of maturity can keep a romance grounded, it can also make it harder to reignite true passion. Rekindling an old flame can be beautiful, but as relationship experts often say, unless both people have truly changed, the same problems will find their way back. Psychologist Dr. Sanam Hafiz once explained that relationships don't reset just because time has passed. If the core issues remain untouched, even the sweetest reunion can sour. And in the case of Garner and Miller, those issues run deep. While they've reportedly found peace since their reunion, it's clear they're still struggling to align their lives in key ways. One of the biggest sticking points? Marriage. According to sources, John Miller has made no secret of the fact that he's ready to make things official. The businessman, who runs the Cali Group, has been described as devoted and steady, a man who knows what he wants. But Jennifer, still healing from her painful past, has shown no rush to walk down the aisle again. In interviews, she's admitted she's unsure if marriage is even something she wants anymore. For a woman who's already been married twice, first to Scott Foley, then to Ben Affleck, the idea of starting over in that way might feel overwhelming. She's been candid about the heartbreak of her divorces, especially her split from Affleck, once calling him the love of my life. Those are heavy emotions to carry into a new relationship, and Miller's desire for a ring might just be too much, too soon. For his part, Miller has been patient, at least publicly. But sources close to the couple claim that his wish for marriage has created a quiet tension. He respects Garner's independence, but after years together, anyone would start to wonder, what's next? Relationship coach Anna Williamson once said that if two people have opposing views on commitment, it can be a deal breaker. And that might just be the fork in the road Jennifer and John can't avoid forever. What makes this story even more intriguing is Jennifer's habit of keeping her romance nearly invisible. Despite dating Miller for years, she's rarely acknowledged their relationship in public. Even when photos of them together began surfacing in 2018, she brushed off any talk about being taken. Fans still remember her playful 2020 Instagram moment, where she joked about being unlucky in love even though she and Miller had been dating for nearly 2 years. That little comment, "Shoot, is that why no one swipes?" left people scratching their heads. Was she hiding her relationship on purpose, or was she simply guarding her private world from public scrutiny? Whatever the reason, it definitely added another layer of mystery to her love life. Garner's secrecy could be a reaction to her high-profile past. After years of media attention surrounding her marriage and divorce from Affleck, it's understandable that she'd want to keep her current romance away from the flashing cameras. Still, fans can't help but notice that her reluctance to publicly acknowledge Miller seems, well, strange. Especially considering how open she used to be about her love life. It's almost as if she's keeping one foot in her past, hesitant to fully step into the present. And then there's their unconventional living situation, or, more accurately, their lack of one. Despite dating for over 6 years, not counting their brief split, Jennifer and John still don't live together full-time. Reports say Miller spends time between his office and Garner's home in Los Angeles, often staying over but never truly moving in. He's even been house hunting nearby, looking for his own place close, but not too close. For most long-term couples, that kind of arrangement might raise eyebrows. A study from Stanford once revealed that most couples move in together within 2 years of dating, but for Jennifer and John, that milestone remains elusive. Of course, there's nothing wrong with wanting personal space, especially when both partners have kids and complex family dynamics. But in Hollywood, where relationships move at lightning speed, their decision to live separately feels out of step. It's as if they're stuck between friendship and forever, unable to decide which path to take. Some might see it as a sign of emotional maturity, others, a sign of hesitation. Either way, it's undeniably unusual. What keeps their relationship intriguing is the delicate balance they maintain: affection without overexposure, commitment without marriage, togetherness without cohabitation. They're a couple that breaks all the so-called rules of love, choosing a quieter, less defined connection. Yet, that same privacy makes it hard to tell whether their bond is truly strong, or if they're simply avoiding tough conversations. Another fascinating layer to this story is how Miller handles Garner's complicated family dynamic with Ben Affleck. Garner and Affleck share 3 children and an unshakable friendship that has often blurred the line between exes and partners. The two have been spotted attending events together, celebrating holidays, and even sharing moments of affection that go beyond co-parenting. Insiders claim Ben's presence still lingers heavily in Jennifer's life, something that reportedly frustrates Miller. One source even said Ben has been extra giddy around Jennifer lately, leaving Miller feeling sidelined. For any partner, that's an uncomfortable position to be in. Still, it's hard to fault Jennifer for wanting harmony in her blended family. She's made it clear that her children come first, and that means keeping their father close. But as every relationship coach will tell you, there's a fine line between healthy co-parenting and emotional entanglement. If Miller feels like an outsider in his own relationship, that tension could eventually pull them apart. Yet, through it all, Jennifer Garner remains her authentic, grounded self, balancing Hollywood fame, motherhood, and a quietly complicated romance.